video now. This is Saturday, September 23rd, I think, 2017. That is Edward Lynn Feynman, and this is Orange Sickle, my boy. Mischief's made Orange Sickle. Good boy. Good kitty. Good male kitty. Yes. And I'm at 124 Northeast 90th Street. And this, of course, is pound or on Florida Power and Light electric bill when I moved in here on February of 2007. Yeah. That being 10 years ago. Today, pretty much. Except not being February, but being September 2017. And Callie was up near the front of this flower garden. Got pictures of her that way. And this is Mischief's boyfriend, who had intercourse for her, mated with her right there, right in this area. In April 1st, 2017, Mischief gave birth to 7 little kitty cats, and her eyes were whited over a little bit because of flu or something. But Janet, Carabelli, and George went to Doral. She had Mischief fixed, and all 6 of her babies, one baby, they don't know what happened to the baby, but they had 6 of her babies vaccinated, and Mischief was vaccinated too. And this is Orange Sickle, always in battles, always the side of his neck red, the fights he gets in. Pretty much both sides. My boy. Told him not to. Yeah. Like that works. I'm on my kitty cat. That little triangle area there. And that limb right there was Pokey's limb. And underneath the triangle was a large limb that went all the way to the house, where all my kitty cats were up there except Spider, my Russian blue kitty cat. George Davenport gave her the name Spider because he said she climbed up like a spider monkey on the screen at 1930. Bay Road, Treasure Island, the 79th Street Causeway area where we lived. There was also Kristen and Roland in the house next door. Kristen had a daughter and a dog. We went to the Keys with them one time. George Davenport is Mrs. Garfield and Joseph Garfield butler before I met him. Went back to work for her, and she let me do work inside on 3G where George lived when he worked there. And even Mrs. G let me work upstairs, 17B and C, on Saturday. Since I knew George, her butler. And Mischief, because of the hurricane, is buried over at Janet and George Carabelli. George dug Mischief's hole. I put her body in it. said a prayer, hush little baby, don't you cry. Your mama's gonna love you to the end of time, and me too. And then I covered her over. And that's Janet and George Carabelli's home there. This is the main house, and T&D Construction took over in 2015, and I continued paying $500 a month until March 2017 this year, where their attorney, William Pelicanos, drove me and my things over there to him. To Thomas Robert McGuire, who I pay the $400 a month to. Let's get some sky and tree. And Mischief's Mate. Mischief's Mate, Orange Sickle I call him. I was going to call him Orange Bird, but it would have been simpler because spelling's Orange Sickle, the last part sickle, but with a C and an S, and a bit of a trying to figure out the spelling at times. Orange Bird would have been better for Florida too, as I had the Orange Bird Bank. I'm still doing storage. This is me boy, Orange Sickle. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Read, enjoy. That's my boy. And Mischief's Mate. And Midnight's too, but I haven't seen Midnight for a long time. A little black and white kitty cat. I think the same one that when NT&D moved in, there was a person, young man, and a girl had a little black and white kitty cat that got out. That might have been the one that I call Midnight. Good boy. So, how's my Orange Sickle doing? Doing good, I hope. Doing good, I hope. Yes. Whoops. Good son. Good son-in-law. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, I didn't give you any of those, did I? The salmon flavor. No. Daddy's not keeping up, but he will. Daddy's opening the package to give Orange Sickle, or Orange Bird, I wanted to call him at first, but I thought Orange Bird was kind of a strange name to give a kitty cat. The salmon flavor, I gave these also to Mischief, and she loved them more than into dry and wet foods. Yeah. Here we go. Good boy. Yeah. I love this a lot. And that's Orange Sickle. My boy. My son-in-law. Good boy. Say not so much more noise, Daddy. I'm eating. Say, Daddy, I am eating right now. Yep. And Callie, I got pictures of Callie up at this corner in silver. And Pokey was in a chair when a chair was there. And Mischief when she was just a month or two old, was in Tier 2 on July 4th of 2016. And orange sickle, my boy. Thank you for still being with me. Good son. To get that camera off my rump, Dad. There's a side that always gets into fights. Always gets into fights, that little boy. Big boy, actually. Heaven's a big boy now. Yes, he is. Heaven's a big boy now. Daddy's a big boy. That's the area that's always scarred up on the side. Yeah. Good boy. Good son. Good kitty cat. St. Francis of Assisi. Look after my babies that have already passed away for virus and run over and missing and mischief, and other kitty cats I didn't even name, and Tinkle's babies and her and Tiger, and Big Blackie, and Possum, who I later named Tiny for the dinosaur train show. Whoop that butt, beat that butt. Can I beat your butt? Can I beat him butt? Yeah. As long as it don't hurt. Strange, Dad, but as long as it don't hurt, I guess so. You're a crazy human after all. Yeah. Good son. Good friend, you are. Good boy. This is Orange Sickle. 2.5 years ago here, I saw the scars on him. I wondered why any human could do that to a kitty cat or animal. But after a while, I learned it's not a human. Good boy. Yes, indeed, my boy. My good son, Orange Sickle. Who, if I would have thought better, would have called you Orange Bird, for the reasons I already gave. Yeah, for the reasons I already gave. Should have called him Orange Sickle, yes. Daddy should have called him Orange Sickle, but I'm an Orange Bird. Daddy gets a bit confused at times with that. Yes, I do, Yes, I do. I'm sorry mischief is gone from our lives. More than anyone or anything could know. Sunday the 17th of this year, I found an orange kitty cat looking almost like you behind a light pole on 119th Street that I walked up this morning. And I went there and gave a silent prayer. I was there before dawn on that date, and I saw behind the light pole the body of an orange cat, markings not like yours. I thought was dead, and I put my hand down on the kitty, I think, and the kitty moaned, as large as you, if not larger. And for an hour almost before dawn, I was with the kitty cat. I had my plastic canteen 1 liter with me, and I gave the cat some water and continued until almost 11, I think it was. I also went up back to Northwest 7th Avenue, a block or 2 away from where that kitty was, and I asked the policeman for help with animal rescue or animal help, and the government was closed down, and I asked the officer if he could put the kitty asleep. The kitty cried twice. During that time, I was giving water. The first time, I was going to try to take the kitty's life, but I couldn't. The second time, when I came back after speaking to the officer, I had the kitty cat in my lap, and it was crying. It was horrible for the kitty. It was terrible for me because I couldn't help the animal. And the second time I tried to end its misery, I held its throat for just enough time, 2-3 seconds if even that, and the kitty came completely back to life, and I begged the kitty to forgive me for doing that. So the worst thing, the kitty lived because I went off. I said I'd be back as soon as I could. And I was sweating. I got to 7-Eleven. I didn't have money, and my EBT card wasn't working, and I just asked for water to drink. But I walked out of there, but the woman at the cash register knocked and said, take 2 of the 7-Eleven bottles, and I did, and I thanked her. I drank 1 whole one myself, just about, and I brought the other back to the orange kitty that looked like orange sickle here. And I gave the icy cold water to it a little bit at a time. It was about 2 or 3 hours or more before I got back, and the kitty cat's lips and gums were large. The second time I gave the kitty cat water, and the kitty cat's legs were twitching, and the kitty cat, thankfully, because of injury of being run over during the night, the 16th or something, passed away. I left after a while, taking pictures. Took pictures of the kitty cat when alive on my Facebook, which I felt like a ghoul putting them there, even taking pictures of the cat at all. It just seemed wrong doing even that. So, it's morning today, Saturday, September, if I'm right, 23rd, 2017. And Daddy's getting up now, so don't be startled. Daddy getting up. Don't be startled or sickle. Sweetheart. Good boy. Good son. Yes. Always a good son. Yes. Can I get a shot of your eyes? Maybe. Ah, good boy. Good son-in-law. Attaboy. I'll be right back. To show the place that I and all of us lived in since February of 2007, and that is my reflection in the new glass, the new thing, where I paid $500 a month to MTV Construction. In February 2007, $300 a month to Thomas Stevens across the street at 142 Northeast 90th Street. That's me in the reflection, and this was 124 Northeast 90th Street, pound R on Florida Power and Light bill, El Portal, Florida, 33138. Oh. And my other kitty cat, Silver, died last. Callie's last baby born inside here was born on September 9th, 2014. And she lived, her tail was chopped off. She was born inside by the doorway here, where Mama was in next to it, and I was telling Callie, good girl all through it, but I couldn't bring myself to look at the actual birth. And Tangi died first, May of 2014. Callie's first three babies, Callie Jr., Pokey Jr., and Smokey Joe, passed away in less than 2 months after her. And then Callie was run over. A man from the other side of the street over there, the house on the side beside there, came over in the morning and said, your cat had been run over, and I ran over and my knees were hurting. I got over there as fast as I could because I thought Callie was in the street and be run over again. As people were roaring up and down that street there and across there. I picked her up in my arms and brought her back here. Put her in the freezer because I wanted all the cats that died and Callie's babies went into the freezer. My original cat, Spider, who lived with me from 1994 in September to March 10th of 2011, she lived in here with me, and the doctor at Adams Veterinary Clinic told me that she had a large tumor in her. So on that day, she was put to sleep at Adams Veterinary Clinic. I brought her back, and I couldn't have her cremated until July 6, 2011. So she was in the freezer all that time till I had the money to have her cremated. And this is a tree that once was a small couple of branches, no thicker than those two things right there. That tree right there. Australian pine, I think they call it. And Silver ran up it, and I almost had a heart attack when he went up it. Silver was the last to die on June 18th, 2015 inside. I heard a thump on the floor where the new air conditioner is. He had climbed up and then fell in the middle of the night, about 9 o'clock. Pokey just disappeared July 25th, 2014. Tangi was put to sleep in my arms at Adams Veterinary Clinic. He could have died, I was told, I think, in a day or two. He had the same, there was saliva at first from his mouth, and then later was mucus, lungs filled with something, I think. And I brought him back and buried him here. Thomas Stevens said that. So, that's me. Edward Lynn, I'm in front of 124 Northeast 90th Street, Downtown on Florida Power, and Light Electric Bill, El Patel, Florida 33138. And hopefully, orange sickle still, yes. Hair messed up. And orange sickle. Ah, good boy. You had enough to eat, my love? Good boy. Good son. Oh, and that tree right there near orange sickle, there's orange sickle and a tree's right about there. I planted the tree from a piece of fruit I found. I planted trees all throughout here. They took the gates, the fences down, the trees that were lined up in here in a little forest right around in there. A lot of awnings right there. Yeah, from the gate started there, the trees were along here, and Smokey, Callie's last baby, who I named Stormy, who was born on September 19th, 2014, who didn't have her tail because Callie chopped it off by mistake when she was born. And the original sewer tank was right there, and right about there was a little beautiful tree. All the trees, everything taken out without permit. The fences and oak tree limbs cut off. American progress always has a price. They forget goodness and the rules they're supposed to go by. And that, there used to be a window there, and the light right there that came out of it automatically, and an awning that went out to there, and a stick that went down to hold it in place. And I paid $500 a month, and William Pelicano said that I couldn't move in. He asked me long before that how much I have from Social Security, and I told him $800. He says, well, this place here is going to be rented out for $1,500 a month. So even if it was $1,200 a month, well, I'm shit out of luck always. And my cats too, who suffered because of NT&D constructions. Todd C. Markham bought it, but that's American business. I saw years ago at Government Center in downtown Miami, a woman in a wheelchair with a cat who had been forced out just the same way. I worried if that would ever happen to me. Well, it did. A woman in a wheelchair forced out like that for people like Trump and others making money. There should be an afterlife for them, or rebirth, as animals could suffer at people like that. that would be justified. And that's where the chair was that Pokey sat in as a baby and slept outside. Well, not inside with me. And Mischief, the female cat, an orange sickle. Mischief, in July of 2016, sat on a chair, just about 2.5 or 3 months old. She had started to come around to me, and I took photographs of her there. And Mischief is buried over there. And there's a better view of the triangle area up yonder, and the limbs that were cut off. And that right there is where Callie was, in silver, on there. There are trees here, here, where it blocked the big oak itself. Now, that's 30-some odd minutes, so I'll end it here now with a picture of orange sickle there, my boy. Good boy, orange sickle.